Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to season 3 of Come Iftar with me. I'm Chef Maria and today we're going to be making chicken club sandwiches along with a homemade coleslaw. This is something super quick and it's a really tasty idea for a quick iftar meal. It's really filling and it's a really healthy option, so I'm going to teach you guys how to make it today. So first I'm going to talk you guys through the ingredients that we have and what we'll need to be making these sandwiches. So over here we have everything we need to marinate the chicken. If you guys have chicken in advance, you can use that, or if you want to make fresh, I advise using boneless chicken breast, and that's chopped up into small cubes. To marinate that, we're going to be using oil, garlic and ginger paste, lemon juice, and then we have our spices over here. We've got some pink salt. I like to use pink salt because it's slightly healthier than using normal salt. Italian herb seasoning, black pepper, and some crushed chilies as well. I like mine a bit spicier, but if you want to go for something milder or if you don't like spice, then you can just completely opt out of that. Everything over here is what we're going to be using to assemble the sandwich. So we have some salad leaves, tomatoes, cheese, mayo, garlic sauce, and I've got some hot sauce as well, which I'll kind of just serve on the side, so it's a nice kind of dipping sauce for your sandwiches. Over here we have some eggs and some butter, which is what we're going to be using to make the omelette. I've opted for an omelette option, but you guys can also boil the eggs if you want something slightly healthier. And then lastly over here we'll be making some coleslaw. So coleslaw is super quick and easy to make. You take some cabbage, carrots, and mix it together with some mayo, add in some salt and pepper, and you're done. So we're going to start off by marinating the chicken, and like I mentioned earlier, we have chicken breast and we've just chopped it up into small cubes. So into the chicken we are going to be adding about 1 tablespoon of olive oil, about half a tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and then the spices. So for the spices we're adding in black pepper, our herb seasoning, salt, and again you can just add salt to taste, and lastly we're going to be adding in some crushed chilies. These are quite hot, so I'm just going to be adding in a bit of these. Just going to mix this together. So we're going to add this into a heated pan and allow that to cook. If we just give it around 3 to 4 minutes on each side until it's nicely cooked through. Okay, so now our chicken is done, and as you can see it's nice and juicy, and I've just kind of given it like a bit of a charcoaly effect, so I haven't boiled it, I really sauteed it quite well, and that's going to be really nice in our club sandwich. So now we can make the egg, and the egg is going to be super simple. I'm just going to make an omelette, and for that I'm just going to crack in the eggs. So I'm making 2 club sandwiches, and I kind of do like 1 omelette per egg, so for this I'm going to crack in 2 eggs. So into the omelette, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. And then just give that a whisk. Okay, so I'm going to drop in a bit of butter into the pan. And then once that's melted, we're going to add in the egg as well. And just allow that to cook, and then I'm just going to flip it. So I'm just cutting the egg into pieces, just to make it easier to assemble the sandwiches with. So per sandwich, I'm just going to give it 2 quarters each. And you actually don't want the omelette very thick, you want it kind of thin, like this. You just want a subtle hint of the egg in the sandwich. I like to use white bread in my club sandwiches, and we're just gonna toast each side until it's nice and crisp. So I'm just toasting the inner edges, the inner sides. The inner sides are the only ones that are going to be toasted right now. Once the entire sandwich is assembled, then we're going to toast the outer edges as well. Okay, so that's all toasted, and now we can assemble the sandwich. So I'm going to do one sandwich at a time. On one inner edge, I'm going to put some mayo. So on the edges that we've made crispy, we're going to spread some mayo. You just want a light layer. And then we are going to take the chicken that we've made, and it's in cubes, so we're just going to slice it up. Just like that. We want some kind of medium-sized slices. We're just going to layer up our sandwich. So here I'm making a chicken club sandwich, but if you guys want, you can replace this with beef, you can replace it with turkey, salami, anything you like really. So now that we've got our chicken, we're going to layer it with salad. And so I like to place some tomato and lettuce as my salad base. That's usually what goes in a classic club sandwich, but you guys can go for jalapenos, you can go for red onions, whatever you fancy. So I'm just going to place some chopped up lettuce. So we're just going to fold that over, and onto the other side we're also going to apply some mayo. And then in this side, this is the one that we put some cheese and some omelette as well. So I'm going to do one layer of cheese and then place the omelette. And then again, one more layer of cheese. And then we can just close that off. And now this is the part where we're going to grill the top and the bottom, and then we're going to cut this into triangles. To accompany the club sandwich, I'm also making some coleslaw. Coleslaw is actually really easy to make. All you do is add in some shredded cabbage. So this is white cabbage shredded, and then you add in equal amounts of carrot shredded as well. I've already chopped and shredded and washed these beforehand. And then you add in some mayo as well. Your mayo, you kind of just add it in as you go. You just want the consistency that you usually have for coleslaw. So I usually just mix and then add as I need. And then the coleslaw, I just serve it on the side on some lettuce leaves. Okay guys, so there you have it. Club sandwiches with coleslaw, ready for your iftar.